Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on this is just a quick uh, tip and guide into using parameters with your materials. So it's just a quick short thing, and I just wanted to showcase this landscape material, like why you would use it and where you'd use it. So basically what I'm talking about are these things, the parameters that uh, you can set up when you create materials and material instances inside of Unreal Engine. And what you may, um, if you know about the material instances and material master materials in Unreal, you'll know that it's encouraged to use material instances inside of your whatever content that's going inside the engine. The reasoning being is that this material instances can be edited without having to have recompiling. Okay, so the materials cannot be the master material. So the idea is that you create your master material and then you make a material instance and apply that to whatever mesh that you have in the scene. And the material itself is never actually used, but instances are created from it. And so this creates a more efficient workflow and also allows for inheritance. So there's a lot of reasons why you would want to use material instances. And when you're doing that, you can also have changes like these. So these are things that you might want to edit. So when you create a master material, it might be, in this case, this is a landscape material. So there's a lot of parameters that I'm going to change or edit. Um, and depending on the landscape that I'm working with. So I need to keep them organized. And as you can see, it's like, it's quite a big list here. And if you don't organize them, they all get put into this global scalar parameter value. Okay, so let's go over how we do this. So if we go, I have a test material here. And if I just hold down the 3 key and press and left click, I can create a scale 3 vector scalar. And from here, I can convert this to a parameter. And so this kind of makes it like a variable, something that can be edited in the material instance, right? So I've already created that here. And when I convert to parameter, it opens up this details list here. And here I'm allowed to kind of make a default, right? That's alpha, by the way. And I can call the parameter by name, right? But what we're talking about here today is what most people don't really pay attention to is this group here in the material expression and the sort priority. So, and we also have a description. So if I hover over this, it sets the color. So this is if you're, creating your materials for another artist on the team, and you need to create like a little note or something like that, and here I think if I go to apply, save, there we go, sets the color. Okay, so it's like a little tooltip that you can add. So this now one little tip that I found from learning about this is that if you use a number, that will kind of force everything to the top because otherwise it'll be alphabetical by the sort order, how these are sorted. So if you need to have, like the base color at the top, and then we have material properties next. Maybe I'll rename that. And it's really easy to create them, by the way. So um, if I want to say the normal texture object parameter, and then here I can say default to texture sample, and then bring that in here. And this would be a better way. So I can say 0 to normal. And then then the parameter would be normal, right? So if I apply this and save it, now we've got two material property groups here, and we've got this base color, and we've got this normal. And if you notice, they're in exactly that order because I've numbered them. So that helps like create this ordering system here. Okay, so like I said, I see a lot of videos talking about, creating a material and creating a material instance, but I never saw anything really saying about this and creating these, organizing your parameters, right? So, um, by the way, if you want to just create one of these, you just, type S and left click, and then we can say specular, and then I can give this a value like 0.6, and then bring that there, and when now the default value is 0.6, and we can also give it a slider, so 0 and 1, and if I apply there now if we notice, well, let me show you specular, not specula. And if you notice, there's no group, right? So I would put this under material properties. And then if this one is material properties, this one is the old material properties, I'll just move that over to the new one and apply. And now we'll go over here, and now material properties, right? And if you notice, this is actually a slider. So we can directly affect our materials. It's really a great way to work if you're working with a lot of different types of materials. And really, for every object that you have in the scene, you should be using a material instance. There's no reason to not use them. As like I said, when you come to really complex materials where it can get very complicated really quick, right? So this is, not just a color here, this is actually different parameters. And, so, but they're being read as a color because I'm actually using a color node of, to drive those. And then I just rename those parameters as well. So it gets pretty, complicated after a while, and this really, really helps organize things. And a lot of people, like I said, I don't really see people talking about this group thing or this material expressions too much. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like, subscribe.